Yo, everybody. How are you doing? How are we doing today? Another day, another stream. Hope everybody's doing okay. How's it looking? Okay. Let's get right to it. I will keep going where I left off. That was with the orc, which is a warm-up model for me. I have to turn down Spotify a little bit. I don't want you guys to have double times here. Just okay, that should be alright. Okay. I hope it isn't too echoey. Let me check something here. Okay. Alright, guys. Let's get back into it. It's so hot in here today. The weather's been crazy. Summer's actually on its way. Let's get a mix going for our recess shade. Don't really need that much glaze medium, but I wanted to mix up some. Some Rhinox hide. I'm thinking about maybe adding some steel legion wrap into it to make it a little bit more soft. Seems a little bit harsh to go in with Rhinox hide purely. Hey, good evening, Schmutzli. What's going on? How are you doing? Hope you're having a great evening. Let's see. I hope the quality is a little bit better today. I upped the resolution of the stream. I figured that it was kind of messy. No, I definitely picked the wrong brush for this job. Yeah, let's switch to the Winsor Newton. I need more precision for this stuff. Alright, one sec. Okay. How are we doing today, everybody? Let me get this into focus. Better. Right now we do the recess shading of his leather or linen straps, his bandages that he has around his arm. In the end, it's a pain boy. You know, he's all about bandages and syringes. Just have to set up something here. Okay, we're good to go. Also focus, I'm not even, can't even see. Okay, here we go. The paint has to be watery enough so it flows into the recesses. But it shouldn't be too watery that I create paint blobs. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. So we got a Steel Legion Drab Rhinox Hide mix going on. The Steel Legion adds a little bit of warmth to the Rhinox Hide because the Rhinox Hide is pretty flat brown. It's got its little orc booty going. Hey Klasse, what's up? How you doing, man? Let's get some shading between those folds here. Create some contrast. Anybody that was watching yesterday, yeah, if you can give me feedback how the quality is, I appreciate it, man. I did some changes, and I hope the quality is a little bit better, because it was a little bit the resolution stretching that was going on was a little bit too much in my opinion. And I upped the resolution. Maybe it's a little bit better today. Yeah, one of the most fun things in the world is recess shading. I'm joking, but actually it's kind of fun. Just not when you're painting Space Marine. Sometimes it can be very overbearing. Painting all these all these recesses, especially on something like a Deathwing Terminator. Like you see every mistake. It's a little bit similar with this guy, because on bright surfaces you see every little mistake. Let me see, yeah. Also, we still gotta add some blood there on his knee and on his bandages and stuff, so he looks like he just patched somebody up, or he just got wounded and bandaged himself. Goes pretty fast actually. Not many recesses to consider here. How can I show you this? Like in between there, this little recess there. It's kind of hard to see for you. Alright guys, I need some chill playlist here. One sec. Some chill. Let me chill a little bit. Let's chill a little bit. Kind of crazy cut there. From Pantera to the stuff. But in the end, I'm just coming home from work. We can chill a little bit. Yo, Smudge, what's up? Saw you following the other day. Thanks for that, man. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I hope everybody's doing great. Anybody? Thanks for the follow, mate. Anybody painting right now? Or just chilling, watching stream? Okay, let's get the recessed shades on his little knot there. Some more water. Doesn't flow like I wanted to. Gotta be very careful. But still we will go back in after that and highlight a little bit more. Still is very dark in my opinion. I was looking at the box art yesterday and I feel like they painted it way differently. Maybe they used like Screaming Skull as a base and then they just gently soft shaded it. I started with Baneblade Brown, but I don't think it looks off. It's just different. I'm always such a sucker for box art, man. I'm always trying to get as close as possible to it. I just love the studio work of Games Workshop. I think that team is just brilliant. Yo, Sugar, what's up, man? Oh yeah. I try my best, man. It's not gonna be as magical with this guy. I'm trying to get the hang of it, get the feeling for it. Trying to keep everything in focus all the time. Like right now, you just see my hand when I try to get that recessed shade. So I have to find a different solution there. If you guys love box art and neatly painted miniatures, you have to check out my mod there, Shagun, on Instagram. His work is amazing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. It's just eye candy. to get that recess above his bandage there. I think recess is kind of almost done right now, or okay-ish. Can't even believe that I'm saying this, because usually it takes me so long. Kind of rushing here. But then again, it's a warm-up model, guys. Once I get to my Golden Demon project, it's gonna be a different story. Let's buff this stuff up a little bit. Just using a little bit of Ushabti bone, mixing it with some glaze medium. Yo, Yash, what's up? Thanks for tuning in again, buddy. I hope you had a great day as well. Yo, Soren, what's up, man? Glad to see you again. I want to break up these dark spots on his bandages. There's just no gradient at all. It's just from dark to light. I think I can improve on that a little bit. Is that stuff in focus? That's okay, I guess. Oh, I'm still on palette cam. I'm a funny guy. Oh, you got it all. Sounds good. What did you get yourself? Are you currently working on anything new for your Dark Angels army, or is your focus on Golden Demon project right now? Good question, man. It's on Golden Demon mostly because I know how much I have to do for it and how much time it will take, so I'm kind of scared to start any other project. So this orc I had already painted a little while ago, and this was my test model for orc skin. I did like 2 years ago. And I felt like since I haven't painted that much lately, it would be a good idea to just get a warm-up model. And that orc was looking at me funny, so I figured I just paint this guy. But there's a lot of Dark Angel stuff I would love to paint. The next stuff I want to paint is Black Knights. some black knights. I think I have to introduce the highlight a little bit more gently. Scalpel, clippers, and glue. That's all you need, man. You can remove all your mold lines with your scalpel. You can glue everything together. Golden Demons. It's Golden Demon is like the biggest miniature painting competition, or one of the biggest. It's the official painting competition from Games Workshop, with usually a very high standard of miniature painting. It's very technical. It's great, man. It's gonna be in Germany again this year in Essen, but there's always Golden Demon in the US as well every year, to Adepticon. It's a very huge event. I really have to smooth out some of the blends I've made yesterday. Was a little bit reckless. Don't want to be ashamed posting it at some point on my Instagram. But yeah, just Google Golden Demon, man. You're gonna be mind blown. All the models that you see there. So many incredibly talented artists and miniature painters. Oh yeah, commissions, man. I mean, they pay some bills and it's fun too, but nothing beats doing something for your own army, your own display. Create your own display pieces, work on your own stuff. It's huge. Yeah, I hope Shagun, how's the quality? Because yesterday I watched back the VOD and it was kind of pixelated and I wasn't that happy with the resolution. I upped it today. I hope it's a little bit better now. It's not as pixelated. You can paint anything Games Workshop. Anything Games Workshop produces. If you create your own base design, your own diorama base or whatever, you can use tufts and stones, rocks, whatever. It's no problem. But if you use model pieces, it has to be original Games Workshop. That's the one of the few rules there. Can only be Games Workshop. Yeah, because of bitrate, and I might have to go ultra on. I'm using Streamlabs. I have to go ultra to up the bitrate as well. For me personally, I think it's a very important part of streaming miniature painting that the quality is as high as possible. So I definitely have some homework there to do. but I can promise you that I will do my best to increase quality all the time, as much as I can. Oh yeah, the mic, man. That's another topic. Sorry for the bad mic quality. I have to, yeah, learn how to set up equalizers and stuff. It's not that easy, actually. I have a decent mic. It's not like a Call of Duty squeaker mic. It's actually decent, but there are a lot of different settings and like all the room audio and stuff. It's really a science of its own. It's like I always wanted to paint miniatures. Then you have to figure out your camera. You have to figure out how to make good pictures of it. But because having a good paint job isn't enough, you also have to make decent pictures. And now I have to figure out how to do decent sound and video quality as well. It's a journey. I kind of like it as well because you get to um, focus on stuff otherwise you wouldn't even get in touch with. At least I managed to get my chat to show up on stream. It's a little upgrade. Okay, let's get a little bit brighter here. Add some Screaming Skull into the mix. Some glaze medium. I mean, what I can recommend to you, Smudge, is definitely buying off eBay or rebuy or whatever you have where you are, because buying a new camera is just insane. It's way too expensive. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. We are all learning and developing. So for myself, I have a quite high expectation of quality. So I will always try to improve. It's not always as easy as said. It takes some time, it takes some experiences. Glazing towards that bright edge a little bit. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I have this cam as well. Hi guys. I have this cam. But yeah, it's a little bit small, right? If I have my oh, that's the wrong one. I have this, it's a little bit small. Maybe I'm gonna increase the size a little bit or maybe cut away from the edges. I thought about a green screen, but it doesn't work with all the lights sadly. Oh, if you hold shift. Oh, I was looking for that feature actually. I'll check it out if I can improve on it a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to paint on stream. A lot of stuff. Or a lot of stuff I want to paint in general. Dark Angels, Dwarfs, and a bunch of other projects. Like some Chaos, some Works. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. It's not even that hard because you can add a slideshow. I was actually thinking about just that. That's a very good idea. That's a really good idea. Infernal Brush has a super cool idea as well. He has some 360 turntable that just shows up when he's not there. It's a very good idea as well. I like that too. Enough painting. When did you start, Schmutzi? I think now I'm taking some pure Rhinoxide for the very deepest recesses. Gonna try it out. Maybe it's a little bit too dark. No, it's okay. It's not that bad. Yeah, what was it again? What did you paint? Was it orcs? Didn't you say that? Sorry if I confuse it. Yeah, orcs, right? Didn't you say you were about to pick up a Stomper next week or something? That's a huge project, painting a stomper. Can't even wrap my head around it. Painting such a large thing. The largest thing I ever painted was a land speeder. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look it up. We'll always take a look at Discord towards the end of my stream, and I'm excited, man. I'll have a look. Oh, it's a weird angle here. It's hard to show it. Yeah, absolutely. Shigun is absolutely right. It's a great community. It's very meditative. Holy shit, I forgot to paint the entire other side of the knot. Good morning, Kev. Typical. Yeah, I totally forgot it. Yeah, it's the greatest thing. When you're happy with your results, you can't wait to get painting again. I think also, if you're really pleased with your results, it's really hard to go to sleep and stop looking at your stuff. That's what I found with myself. I just can get paralyzed by just looking at my work and thinking, okay, this went really well. I have to go this direction. And with other stuff, I'm like, okay, I have to definitely work on this and that. But if you're really pleased with your work, it's a really great feeling. Sorry, this is really hard to show here. It's very deep in there. It's still not. You don't really have to have art experience, so it's nice to have, but you don't have to. A lot of people are like, I can't do this, I have no experience, but it's pretty step by step. You don't have to worry about all these stages and just go by go step by step. Start base coating, start shading, start gathering some experience. Non-metallic metal, yeah. I really like non-metallic metal, but for some reason I rarely use it. Not because I'm afraid of it, because I feel I can't do it. What I like about true metallics is that you have different appearance of material on your model. It feels like you have some parts who are just matte painted, then you have some shiny, glossy, metallic parts, and it feels a little bit more believable. It doesn't look as kick-ass as well done true non-metallic metal, but I like a little metal on my miniatures personally for army painting. For display painting or just in general, I think it's super dope to do non-metallic. Okay. It looks really smooth on camera, but believe me guys, it doesn't look as smooth in person. But at least you can tell. You can judge me. And the thing I hate the most is little bits of dirt stuck to the miniature. Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it's a little bit much to do it on your army, to do non-metallic metal on an entire army. I mean, I'm sure it has been done, but it's a crazy project to do something like that. Okay, let's get some highlights on there and move on to the next thing, which would be the leather, I guess. A little bit of leather. Sorry for being really quiet right now. Just trying way too hard. Some peak highlights, and then we're almost good with this. I wonder how many streams it will take me to finish this guy. Maybe 2 or 3 more? Maybe 20? Oh, it's not gonna be that much, but usually it takes me quite a while to finish miniatures. Yeah, it might. But also, if you believe it or not, if I'm painting alone, I take a lot of breaks. Sometimes I paint for 2 hours straight. I do nothing else than edge highlighting, but sometimes I paint for like 15 minutes and then I make myself a coffee and I don't know, I watch a stream for a little bit. I take some breaks every now and then. It's just very taxing on your eyes and concentration to be painting for hours and hours. Sometimes you are in a flow state and it just works, it's no problem. But on days where, at least for me, it's a little bit harder to concentrate all the time, it can be really tough to be painting non-stop. And the stream kind of forces me to just keep painting, which isn't bad. It's not a bad thing. I mean, for the Golden Demon project last year, I was painting like 10 hours a day with very little breaks. But it was because I was so stressed out to get it all done. I definitely in, improved on painting speed during that time. Got way faster, way more efficient. Oh yeah, of course, man. I checked out your speedrunning. Thought it was really nice. I'm not a speedrunner myself, but I really respect it, man. I know how hard it is and how deep the rabbit hole goes. Like when I'm doing something or I'm getting into something, I really try to go deep, you know, and understand what I'm doing. Not just scratching the surface all the time. Yeah, it is. Kind of. But everything is a blessing and a curse at the same time. Everything has everything is maybe a little bit too broad, but you know what I mean. There's always something that you can get out of it, and even if it's just a painful lesson or something. But there is something positive to most things. And I mean, it's also fun if it's hard. You know, if it's too easy, it doesn't keep your attention long enough. I like to play Warcraft 3, even lately, because I was watching Grubby. I don't know if you know the guy. He's a legend in this game. And he was getting people into the game from all different directions, like StarCraft players, Age of Empires, whatever. And it was so interesting to see how all these people try to learn the game and they see how difficult that stuff is. I think it's one of the most interesting things ever to see a person diving headfirst into a very complicated topic and seeing this person's journey and learning experience. It's something very fascinating about it, especially when you know it already. Oh, that's early, man. Yeah, go to bed. Don't feel bad about it. Made me happy to see you in here today. So yeah, get a little bit of sleep, man. You will need it. And thanks for stopping by. Yeah, 4:45 is crazy early. I used to stand up at that time when I was working in industry, metal industry. When I was younger, it was a vacation job I did in my school vacation. It was really hard in the beginning to stay awake in the first 3 hours because I would get like I would fall asleep while I'm standing. But at some point I got used to it and I kind of liked it, to be honest. It was very how you call it uh, my English is rusty as well. As rusty as my miniature painting. You have a very good energy flow around the entire day. It does something to your body if you stand up early. Gotcha. I'm working at a hobby store, so we sell Warhammer trading cards and all this kind of stuff. And right now, my desk is in the basement, so there's no light. We have the store on top, and then you go down the stairs, and uh, I'm basically in a basement all day. And we're changing the office now, so next month it's the first time I have windows. Very luxury. Okay, I don't want to go too crazy on these pans right now because first you don't really see it right now, and I want to give you something else to look at as well. Because if I wanted to, I could keep doing this for hours, I guess. Oh, Italy. Beautiful. It's vacation time now, right? Since I'm out of school, I don't even have an idea anymore about vacation time. I have no children or anything, because then you would know it. But my only offspring are these things in my hands right now. It was kind of dark, but no, I'm fine. So good. All right, I think that's okay for now. Let's get started on the leather. Start something new. No, sadly not, Shagun. Sadly not. Where very rarely, just very rarely. If we get a new paint series, and maybe we have a special event on the weekend where we show off the new paints. But I suggested that I could do a live stream for our shop. I could like show people the different paint ranges, and that would be cool. I would love to paint more. That would be awesome, but I work in e-commerce, so all I do all day is like create Excel sheets and work on back ends from online shops and stuff like that. It's pretty dry. By the way, I'm just base coating Rhinoxide right now. Very basic leather receipt, but in the end it works. Done it a billion times. Yeah, it's a blessing to be doing something that you love. In my past, I was an illustrator, yeah, 2D artist, let's say it like this, concept artist. I worked in game design, did like game art, textures, and all this kind of stuff. I really loved it. It was my biggest passion. I always wanted to be a game developer, develop games and stuff, because I had so many ideas for cool games and I loved art. But where I worked, the studio, it was like crunch, 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 crunch all week, all year. So it burnt me out kind of fast. After a couple of years, I was just burned out. But if you have um, a good company you work for that actually respects this kind of stuff, and then it could be great. Or you do your own thing, start a stream or start your own business. But that has strings attached as well. Like I did that too. Like I worked as a freelance illustrator. But most of the time you're just looking for clients. If you're not super famous or you're just the big guy, it's kind of hard because 80% of your time is just going into looking for clients and getting work. Okay, where else do we have leather? The straps on his kilt I do later, because I always try to work from the lower layers to the higher layers. Otherwise, you just keep touching the stuff you already painted. I can do his little necklace here. Dude, you gotta make a trip to Warmer World if you close. If you have a chance, I never had a chance so far, but I I, I want to go so bad. I respect it a lot, Soren. That's a very good mindset. Too few people respect that stuff. I mean, of course, you gotta get stuff done, you know, your company in the end, and you have to earn money and stuff, but uh, th- there are still people working, you know. Not everybody's AI these days, so we have to respect people a little bit. Because I feel like with a lot of companies, if they have a famous name, it's a famous company, they are like, you are lucky to work for us. If you get paid, that's like the cherry on top. If you get free time, that's the cherry on top. You are lucky you work for this company. And some companies do this. I think it's kind of sad. Yo, Shogun, have you ever banned anybody? There's somebody you can ban right now. If you ever wanted to ban somebody. This religious brawl guy. Let me see. We need a ban hammer, yeah. I can do it too, but I have to look at my PC. Oh yeah, baby. He got purged, dude. He got purged. Purge the heretic. That's all good, man. Was just a bot. That's kind of funny. Yeah. Mod check. Mod check. To be honest, he never asked for being a mod. I just modded him because I know him from Instagram. He's just a brilliant artist. Yo, Sheldon Express. What's up, my man? What's up? Since he called out lazy mods, let's mod this guy. He can do. He can show what good of a job he can do. What's that? We gotta do this. One sec. What? One sec. One sec. Deal with it. Alright. You're Minecrafting right now? You're hyped because of the movie or what? Did you see it? I haven't watched it. The last time I played Minecraft is like 10 years ago. Long time. By the way, is that even a leather strap or is it something else? Let me look at the box up real quick. Pain Boy. This one. No, it's not leather. It's red. It's one of those blood tubes or what it is. We have leather there. Not that much leather on them. Just very little. Not much sense to... Oh, sorry guys. It's not much sense to paint this leather right now. I can maybe block it out so it separates a little bit from the skin, but otherwise I'm gonna definitely paint the blood tube first. I always try to paint stuff that's below first and then work my way up. Like I said, so this way you don't touch stuff as much that you painted before. Sorry for clearing my throat all the time. I was sick like 2 weeks ago. I'm still struggling for some reason. Usually I'm never sick, like very rarely that I'm feeling sick. With any leather on the back? His belt should be leather, I guess. 3 strength, 3 stem leather belt. Is she here? Sheldon Express? By the way, guys, if you haven't already, consider giving me a follow. Whoa. It really helps. It really helps. We are at like almost 30 and I need 50 for Twitch affiliate. Goes pretty fast. Quite happy with how the stream is going so far. Didn't expect that many people to tune in right away. Really Really a lovely thing to see. Yeah, good evening. Uh, have a great night. Have a nice day tomorrow, and see you soon, man. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers. Let me refocus a little bit. Yeah. What is that drill in? It's in some kind of bag or something. Can't even, don't understand what's going on there. Where's the 3D model? Didn't they have a 3D model? Oh, it seems to be leather as well. Yeah, much better. Thanks for the feedback, Neumond. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was looking it up and it was some hidden setting in my Streamlabs settings. I had to uncheck something. Oh yeah, Shogun. That's absolutely right. I never use magnification, never. I have really good eyes up close. Like I could build watches and stuff. I have really good vision, but more than an arm length away, and I'm blind as a bat. Really bad sight on longer ranges. But when it's up close, it's perfect. And it never got worse or anything. It's just consistently a very good, in a very good state. Because I was kind of afraid that it would get worse. The more I paint miniatures, maybe my eyes get like exhausted, or the bright lights all the time maybe would do something, but I'm kicking. Yeah, yeah. I'm really lucky that I have these eyes. Just not when I'm trying to catch the right bus, you know? It needs to be very close for me to actually realize that it's my bus. And it happened to me a bunch of times that I just taken the wrong one. I ended up somewhere. Oh yeah, going crossed eyes. Like my parents would tell me that my eyes would go square if I keep watching TV or sitting in front of the computer. Getting squared eyes. turning into a Minecraft character. I know that the leather that they have depicted there is way more red. Maybe, yeah, maybe we add some Mournfang brown to the base mix and just layer it very aggressively to push up the red hue. I think that's what I'm gonna do. There's a little leather strap on this little boot here. But I know his boot's gonna be black, so I'm gonna leave it black. What else can we do? Got the belt, we got the little pocket where his drill is in. We got the necklace that isn't even leather. And we got the leather straps, but I see the ends of them are not base coated yet here. Yeah, Kurzsichtigkeit. But I'm hyper kurzsichtig. I'm hyper short viewed. Like, how is it even possible? How can you be that blind as I am on distances? And people think that I'm some kind of big ego guy, you know, because I don't recognize people sometimes. And I go past them and they come to me and say, Kev, why didn't you say hi? I waved at you. I ran past you and I didn't even see it. It's not even, I'm not even trying to be mean or anything. It's just I'm blind. Oh yeah, Shagun, if you're still here, I can show you some models later if you like to. I never had the chance to show you anything like close to life. Oh yeah, let's do that. I showed a couple of models yesterday, but I have some more. Yeah, it happens, man. I mean, it's really hard to spot you, Neumond. It's really hard to spot you. You're kind of, you know, you're melting into the environment with your, you know what I mean. Oh, there's a little strap I didn't see from his backpack. I love painting leather actually. I think leather is one of the coolest materials to paint. Almost done, guys, with this. Then I'm gonna show some models and then we are gonna continue with the leather a little bit. And then we see how late it is. Still pretty early. Okay. Let me get some molds out of the cabinet. One sec. Or maybe I can even show my Golden Demon and my Golden Demon thing. But I need some gloves for it. I don't touch it with my bare hands. Hey, thanks, man. Glad you like it. Glad you like it. It's a crazy room. It's an entire room for nothing else than just models and miniatures. Okay. So, oh yeah, it's way too close. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me focus. So here it is. Yeah, it's too close. It's really hard. It's so close. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Just making sure it's in focus. Thanks, mate. Means a lot to me. Coming from you, man. No joke. Also, there's a chance to take a look inside, because on none of my pictures you could actually see the cockpit. It was hard to get a shot of it. Got a little close-up of the book, maybe. Come on, focus. Yes. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, it was really fun painting the cockpit, even though you don't really see it on any pictures that much. Okay, let's get into some Deathwing Knights. Let me get the lighting a little bit more above it. Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Oh yeah, Neumund. Look at Shogun. He is crazy, man. He's so inspiring. Shogun, you really inspire me a lot. I wanted to tell you that. It's not just me telling you, yeah, you're so great, you're so great. You're actually great. You actually inspire people. No, you have to draw attention to yourself, man, because you deserve it. Your work is amazing. Let me try to, yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I love Deathwing too, man. It's just such a pain in the to paint. But I want to paint more. As much pain as it was to paint these, as much I want to paint more. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm a masochist or something. Yeah. And I got this guy. I showed it yesterday on stream as well. You know this guy. But I thought it's kind of an iconic piece I painted, so why not show it again? I love this guy. It was a lot of fun to paint this guy. I have to paint more faces, man. When I saw your face that you're working on, it really triggered something in me. Like, I was like, I have to paint faces again. This is so fun. This looks so good. Yeah, it's always a difference having them in real life. It was such a great experience seeing the piece from Dave from Infernal Brush at Golden Demon. It was mind blowing just seeing it right there. I took a bunch of pictures on it. They're still on my camera, but I never put them on my PC. Oh yeah, that Dark Angel set is so good, man. I love these old Marines. I love their grumpy faces and just the energy, the vibes they have. I just miss these old helm designs. I wish they would bring them back more aggressively. Thanks, mate. Yeah, what else? A little beaky guy. I think that's no, that's the second one I painted. I painted two of these, and I painted them a little bit differently. And I'm definitely more happy with the second version I did. Because I highlighted the beaky helmet differently. Like this, it looks better. On my other one, it looks different. Um, so you need you need a single mini of the new Dark Angels minis. I have a bunch. Yeah. Oh, you mean the new helmets? Yeah. I love these helmets. I have them. I have them right there in my shelf of shame. Two more guys here, and then it's over with me showing off here. Promise. Little guys. Thanks, man. Thorin, check out Instagram, man. You'll find them. It's worth it, man. It's totally worth it. Check them out. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna put it back into the cabinet. Oh my god. I did it. I did touch it. I mean, they are all varnished, so basically nothing can happen. And I don't have Cheetos fingers. Okay, one more thing I can show you. 1 second. It's never been shown before. And maybe I'll regret it, but I'll do it. We're doing it live. I'm bringing the entire family. Let's zoom out a little bit. Just wanted to show the entire thing. Yeah, I'm pretty afraid right now. But also, it's a good opportunity to finally show this thing. It's pretty dusty as well. I have to dust it off. Yeah, it took so much time. It's actually crazy how much time it took. Can I zoom out more? Oh yeah, a little bit, that's good. It's magnetized. It's, if I turn it to the side, it won't fall off. It's magnetized. You can even see the magnets in there. Time estimation. My time estimation would be something like too effing long. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. It was too much time. I worked months on end on it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't win with this one, but the land speeder was a dark horse. I never imagined that the land speeder would win anything. I was super focused on these guys, but I had some transportation damage, and that's why they got disqualified. And then the land speeder took off, man. He went for his final hunt. Because I think a couple years later, that old of a model wouldn't have won anything anymore. It was kind of a dark horse, this model. All right, let's bring it back. Thanks for watching. It isn't the best way to show it, of course, because I can't just flip it over, but at least you get a little glimpse of it. Be right back. Yeah, we've done it. No, I've won with the land speeder, man. The squad got disqualified. It got disqualified sadly because I had transportation damage on it. Yeah, I won with a land speeder, man, in 40k vehicle. And I think there could be an argument to be made that um, I could have even placed a little bit higher, but I'm just amazed that such an old model still got love from the judges. No, I got nothing for the squad. It just got disqualified. But the judges told me that they loved the piece. They Everyone told me that they really loved the piece. Everybody loved it, but they couldn't rate it because um, yeah, it had damage. It was heartbreaking. Yeah, yeah. In my eyes, I was like, yeah, this is gonna get at least commended or something. I was like, okay, but then I was so nervous, man. I was so nervous. It was my first Golden Demon, and I think I'm so privileged to uh, be able to win anything. Yeah, it was crazy, Shannon Express. I was so nervous when I unpacked these things because I went to the guy where you turn in your entries for Golden Demon, and I asked him, "Yo, do I have to have it prepared and ready, or do I have a chance to build it up and stuff?" Because I had every single miniature wrapped in plastic and stuff. So he told me it has to be finished. If you turn it in, it has to be like it should be presented. So I was like, oh, fuck. Dropped an F bomb there. But I had to go to our booth. We were on the fair as well with Vallejo, and I had to build it up at the booth. There was no space at all. There was a little tiny chair, and that's it. That means a lot, man. Um, that means a lot because Deathwing were always some vision of myself. Not a vision of myself, but some vision I had. I always wanted to paint these, and I wanted to paint these as close as possible to what they looked on the box. Of course, I did a little bit different things with battle damage. They don't have any battle damage on the box. But I thought for Golden Demon we can add a little bit more detail. Means a lot. But I will submit them one more time this year. That's my plan. I want to repair everything and then try one more time. Maybe I have another chance to at least give them some recognition for the time that has been put into those. Oh, thanks. Yeah, me too, man. Maybe, maybe next time. And if not, yeah, gotta do a different thing. I wanted to have these anyways. I will always have them in my cabinet. I can play with those since I magnetized them. They have value out of Golden Demon. They're always gonna be a part of my army or my display, no matter what. Also, I will never sell my Dark Angels. I swore that to myself. I sold my ultramarines, and I'm fine with those, but I'm not gonna sell my dark angels. And now I'm introducing some red into the leather mix here, so it's not as dull and flat. But I'm not sure if they used Mornfing brown or something like Doombull brown. I didn't do a lot of research on recipe, and usually if I look at it long enough and I have some time to think about it, I get it really close to the actual box art. But right now I'm just winging it. I hope I'm not keeping you from finishing your commissions, Shogun. That would be unforgivable. Let me see. Just looking for the box art again. Small leather down there. But otherwise I think Morphin Brown is fine. I don't know what just happened. Did you hear that? Did I get some Twitch achievement or what happened? No clue. Oh, really? I mean, I think it's just getting used to working on a three-dimensional object. It was really hard for me at first because I come from 2D art, and switching to a three-dimensional object it broke my brain at first. And then over hours and hours and days and weeks, I got more and more used to it, I guess. I mean, if you keep painting, it will become quote unquote easy for you again. But then you will, like with everything, you will find new things to work on and new challenges. Like the journey never stops. You're like, okay, when I watch people play games and I'm like, oh, I wish I was as good as this guy. But the better you get, it feels like the more those doors open up and it becomes more and more complex. That's a beautiful thing as well. I think it could be even more red, but Maybe I'm going crazy. I'm too focused on getting it too close to box art when it's only a warm-up model. Oh, green stuffing. Ooh, that's exciting. I told myself to not do these leather straps right now, but here I am. Is that leather as well? It is. There's another leather strap here. It's the same every time. You think you're done and you just keep finding new parts that you still have to paint that you forgot. But I feel like I've found my average focus range, because when I look, maybe it's not perfectly in focus, but I keep working at the same height or same distance to the camera, feel like, and I don't have to focus as much. That's one of the hardest things, blending and diluting paints. It's consistency is so important. It's actually so important. I never thought that it would be so important, but how much paint you have in your brush, how much pigment is in the solution, what you add to it, if you add glaze medium or just water, and there are a lot of different factors that play into the final paint job. But then it's a lot of the same techniques over and over again. There are a lot of basics, like when you're able to base coat smoothly, that's a skill you will apply over and over in different facets. Just a skill to, is it a skill? It's more like a patience thing, but to let paint dry before you apply the next coat, that does a lot to the finish in the end. Oh, holy shit. Thanks for all the information. Forgot to switch scenes. I've just been painting for like 10 minutes, not noticing. Thanks, XCX. Yeah, I have to get to use to this as well. Yeah, it happens. I hope I get better at it. Also, I forgot to rate somebody yesterday. I felt bad about it. I think you should always rate somebody. Show some love. We're gonna do it today. We're gonna look for someone who's painting warmer. A friend of mine hates it when people rate somebody because he watches streams to fall asleep, and then if they just keep rating, the stream runs the entire night, and he wakes up in the morning to some random stream. And he's like, please don't rate, I want to sleep. I think it's almost enough of Mornfang Brown. Yeah. I think for streamers, rating is a cool thing, you know? Because I used to be a viewer, like, and I'm still a viewer. I watch streams a lot of the time. But for streamers, it's pretty good. Like, you get to know each other. It's like, oh, who rated me? Oh, this guy. And people get to know more creators. I learned about some nice channels just through rating. I'm gonna try it today. I never rated anybody. Let's try to make somebody act surprised. Okay, I think this stage is okay. And now I'm gonna go in with some pure Mornfang. Change my brush. I have to pull up my Streamlabs so I see what scene I have actually active right now. Oh, thanks, man. You know, if you would see it like in real life, it looks a little bit different. It looks okay on stream, I think. It looks quite well. But usually it wouldn't be up to my usual standard. But for getting back into it and shaking some rust off, I think it's perfect. Also, I can make a friend happy who's waiting on this miniature forever. I mean, I never promised him to paint it, but I think he's gonna be happy. Because he's playing orcs, and then he will have a nice paintboy to play. I told you, Shogun, I told you about this idea I had where you get a couple of painters together where you're like, oh yeah, I would love to have a model from him. Or he's like painting similar. Let's say a bunch of box art guys, and you have like 7 guys, or maybe 5 or 3 or whatever, and everybody paints a unit. Um, but you paint different units. Let's say one guy is playing Slanesh, one guy is playing Orcs, the next guy is playing Ultramarines. So the 3 guys, one will paint an Ultramarine, one will paint a Slanesh unit, and one will paint an Orc unit. And in the end, everybody has like 3 pieces from three different guys from the same army, you know? Like you have like a squad, everybody paints like three different squads, and in the end you have like um, a patchwork of different artists with like a Dark Angels army, and there are like five different artists who painted it. That would be so cool. Also, you get to paint more different stuff, and you get to enjoy like paint jobs from other artists, and they get to have your paint jobs. I think that's super cool. It's kind of like a off-brand heavy metal team, you know, and you work on your armies together instead of just painting your army all by your own. I think that would be super cool, but it's kind of hard to get people together. But I think a bunch of people could enjoy this. I mean, I would love it. If somebody would ask me to join something like this, I think I would be very intrigued. Would love it. And I also think it's kind of motivating, you know, motivating if you paint together with different artists and you're all working on the same army. You have like a group project. I think that could be really cool. You have like a Discord group. You post your updates, working on that army, and then working on the different on the other army for another guy. And everybody's working together on all of it. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, color for Christmas, for example. Yeah, I think collaborations are really cool. I mean, you can see how much the heavy metal team puts out, you know, and it's just a couple guys. So if you would find a couple people and everybody would work together, I think you could crank out armies. Oh, you really did that. You really started basically. That's so wholesome, man. You have to tell me what you want to have. Didn't you had some idea? I have to scroll in the chat if you told me anything. I gotta be honest, I kind of not forgot about it, but that's so wholesome. I will definitely paint a miniature for you, man. I will do it. You just have to tell me what you want to have. Maybe you told me already. I'm definitely gonna paint something for you. Why not on stream as well? But I don't know if I'm gonna stream it because it has to be really good. I can't send you some half baked cookie, you know? Cottage and jungle fighters. Oh yeah, these are nice. A lot of muscles to paint. Awesome models. Also, I probably would never paint these otherwise because you never get to it. So it's a really nice opportunity to paint something different. So what is this orc? I wouldn't be painting this if my friend wouldn't play orcs and gave it to me. Another friend gave me not Mortarion, what am I talking about? Typhus. I'm gonna paint this guy on stream, hopefully, too. Very good friend of mine, and I want to paint a very nice Typhus one. Yeah, oh, Space Marine Scouts. Yeah, Scouts are so dope. I still have a lot of the old Scouts. What should I do with them now? Yeah, Typhus, man. That would be great. I'm actually hyped about that miniature. If I'm hyped about a miniature, it's so much better. Because I have painted stuff in the past that I really didn't want to paint, but I had to. And that sucks. So much different when you have passion for something. There's so much more energy in there. Alright, the leather's coming together quite nicely. First or second highlight stage is decent. It's pretty rough, to be honest. It's not my typical perfection in a monk, but it's decent. I think it's okay. Also, I want to achieve that point where you have that perfect balance between quality and efficiency, where you just are able to crank out stuff like Dave does, for example. He's so productive, man. I'm always mind blown. That's a life goal, to just become a super efficient and experienced painter. I just, I mean, if you give me enough time, I probably find a way to do it, but I want to be able to do it effortlessly. Like XDX said, like it looks so effortless. And yeah, just be very efficient. Let me see how this part looks on the box art. It's even more leather. How did I miss so much leather? I looked at it 3 times and I missed it. All this stuff is leather. I thought it was like metal or something. The funny thing about Typhus is that my friend gave me the box, and for some reason, the box looked totally rotten. I don't know where he had it, what he's done with it, but the box looks like there's actually Nurgle in there. I don't know what he did to it, but it's very thematic. It looks like straight out of Nurgle's garden. Maybe it was in the trash or something. More water. Can't even see that. It's hard to focus that. But yesterday I was thinking a bunch of times like nobody's gonna see that. And then I rewatched the VOD to just check sound levels and stuff. And it was actually visible. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna go ultra on Streamlabs and see what the better bitrate does for the picture and video quality. Gotta figure this stuff out. Yeah, I got myself a silicone mat so it doesn't look as messy on stream. But usually my desk looks pretty messed up as well. I try my best. Thanks for joining, Shannon Express. Appreciate it a lot. Have a great evening. Have a great vacation. Don't look on your phone tomorrow. You know why. And yeah, enjoy your evening, mate. Thanks for hanging out. To be honest, it's dumb to do these leather straps right now because I will need to paint the white cloak underneath at some point. And then I will touch the leather again and then I have to correct it. All for practice. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Have a good night and sleep tight. Okay. Let's get into the highlighting. Actually, highlighting, we can use the Baneblade Brown again. It's going to be part of my highlight process. Just mix some Baneblade Brown into the Mournfang Brown, get like a 50-50 mix. Also, I think the hobby can be a little bit lonesome sometimes, so stream is pretty nice to just hang out together, hobby together. I mean, sometimes it's nice to be just on your own and you can just crank away and paint like an animal. Don't give a F about anything. But on the other hand, it's really nice to sit with people. When I was doing 2D illustration and stuff, we had every Monday, we had like a sketch meetup in a bar with a lot of very talented artists. And we would just sit there, drink maybe a couple beer, coffee, paint together every Monday. It was awesome. And you had your sketchbook. Everybody had their sketchbook, and you would look at each other's work and critique each other, and made a lot of progress during that time. Also, you're inspired all the time. Always something nice to look at. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Sugar. I don't feel alone either. I'm so fine just being by myself. I love listening to music or just a podcast, maybe a movie or whatever. I listened to a lot of the Horus Heresy audiobooks when I was painting for Golden Demon. I don't know how many books I've gone through. And these are long, these are like 30 hours plus sometimes. I always was fine on my being on my own. Even as a kid, I would always go into my room, and my way to calm down was just to grab pencils and a piece of paper and just start sketching or painting. Was my way to regulate myself. Yeah, good night, XDX. Thanks for stopping by, man. It's getting late. Have a great night, and I hope to see you back. Uh, I probably won't be here tomorrow because a friend is coming over, and gonna spend some time with him. Maybe I'm gonna be on after that, but maybe stays a little bit longer, and then I will definitely stream the day after. So if I won't stream tomorrow, I will be back the day after. Promise. I really want to show some consistency here and stay with it. You see that? Oh yeah, it's a better angle. No. Horrible, terrible. I love when that happens. You just touch something with your brush you don't want to touch. Most fun part about the hobby. But we want to add some blood to the pants later as well, so it's gonna get messy anyways. I just like this recipe of Rhinoxide, Morphing Brown, Baneblade Brown. It's so simple, so basic, but I just love that recipe. I use it all the time. I feel like a one-trick pony kinda, but I really like that 3-piece recipe. Most awkward angle ever, but works. We're getting there. Okay. Yeah, I like this recipe. On the orc as well. Of course I like it, but I think it works well with the box art too. Gets pretty close. What didn't we do? The backside of his... the leather wraps of his around his hand. I have to highlight still. I think then we are fine. I think we can move on to the final highlight. Almost. I've got something here still want to do. I feel like I'm always discovering more and more leather parts that I didn't do. Why? Games Workshop. Just trying to block it out real quick. So there's actually something there. It's not just black and primed. Okay. Now we go to pure, or almost pure Baneblade. I add just a tiny little bit of Mournfang so it's not too harsh, too crazy, and then we go for the, let's say, final highlight. Trying to be as sharp and precise as possible. Got some clogged up paint in my brush. Okay. I was holding my breath for these lines, just automatically. Oh, totally out of frame. Sorry, guys. so we almost highlighted all his belt on his back. It's a big chunk of the leather done. What am I gonna do next? I think one of the next things is gonna be either metal or the blood thingy, but I think I'm gonna do metal first so we have the messy part out of the way. There's less chance to destroy what we've already done. It's really nasty if you touch something with metallic paint. Next line gonna be hard to get on camera. So many awkward angles here. I'll do my best. Hope my big head isn't on the screen. I think we can go a little bit brighter on some edges. Just make it pop a little bit more. I'm totally out of frame again. All right. Just going with almost pure Baneblade brown to the most raised edges and up-facing edges. All right. I think that looks okay. That looks okay. Maybe some little blink points to make the edges a little bit edgier, a little pointier. Also, we didn't do any scratch marks or anything on the leather, which is usually super fun. I love that. I did no shade on the leather, because usually I do like a Rhinox hide black 50-50 mix. Didn't do it here because I didn't want it to become too dark. More of a warm reddish leather that isn't too dark. Okay, we have to move on from this backside because I will never stop if I don't stop now. It's so easy for me to just hyper focus on something and get lost. So I have to hold myself back from going too autistic on these things. Acoustic, I mean, sorry. I have to clean my brush in a sec as well. It's pretty clogged up. Always have that problem. When I paint with almost pure paint, it just clogs up your brush after a while. It just leaves a lot of dry paint. Try to, yeah, that's better. Nah. I have to wash it. Wash the brush. There's not much left in there, but it's all I need. You mean on the orc? Or on the Bloodthirster Scarbrand or on your orc? It was a skin, to be honest, but I rushed it so much. It was almost done, but I have this little bugger on his back. This little goblin, I think that's what I'm really looking forward to. It's gotta be cool because I can do a different shade of orc skin. His skin is the orc skin. It's a the Age of Sigma receipt. Fabric softener. You mean what you use to do laundry and stuff? Uh-huh. That's super interesting. I never tried that. That's new to me. So you mean fabric softener, just what you get for doing your laundry? Oh. Oh, that's super interesting. I never knew that. I'm gonna give it a shot for sure. That's really interesting. No, I've never tried that. What would you say? What is the most beneficial thing about that? Is it just it removes dried paint the best, or it softens up your brush? It makes it smoother, or oh yeah, yeah, I do that. I definitely do that. I do it with acrylic soap, and I clean my brush and I leave soap in there so it hardens out to a pointy tip. What I hate the most is when you get these little bits on the tip of your brush, these little pieces of dried paint that you then have to remove all the time. This triggers me the most. Very interesting. Learned something new today. Definitely learned something new. I'll give it a shot, man. I'll give you feedback what I think about it. Next time I go to the grocery store, I look for some softener. Yeah, but what I did on Golden Demon, what I showed you, is like this little box for the stones, which I used. It's not a box. What it's called? I don't know. This little thing where I got my stones for the bases in there. These little round boxes or containers. These little round containers that I used for wet palette. It was a game changer to me because I was using an XL wet palette all the time, and my entire desk uh, was covered by wet palette. And no space to put all my paints, and it really annoyed me. But then I used a way smaller palette. This one I'm using now is a very small wet palette as well. I enjoy that way more because I have more space. And what I also figured is that I didn't even need that huge of a palette because paint dries pretty quick, even in a wet palette anyways, and even if it doesn't dry, it gets drained of all its medium, because when the water evaporates from the palette starts draining your paints, and then it stops having the same yeah, what's called, same properties. what I wanted to say. Yeah, it's a small wet palette. My opinion is just superior because I want to have re at least somewhat fresh paints on my palette because the older they get, even though you can still mix them up again, they behave differently when paints are older. They don't flow as well and they just behave differently. In a small wet palette, I rather change the sheets 3 times as often than having this giant, huge palette on my desk. Yeah, and I was using these little containers for basing, and it was perfect, man. I was just using this. Had some paper towels in there, some baking paper, and it was perfect. Why am I even starting to highlight this? I didn't want to highlight this yet. I think I'm gonna stream for like maybe 20 minutes or something, and then I'm gonna call it a day. So I'm still gonna highlight a little bit more. And then I'm gonna see if we can find somebody to raid, maybe. Well, I think we made some decent progress today, even though it has just been the bandages and the leather. I think it's decent. It looks different now. The model looks better than it did look at the beginning of stream for sure. Oh yeah, late night priming. Do it, mate. Good luck. I pray for you. You don't get orange skin effect. I'm very talented at achieving this effect when using rattle cans. Yeah, I'm very talented. Don't know, no matter what I do, even if I follow the instructions to a T, I still manage to achieve that effect. And at some point, I just stopped using it because I was too scared. I had it with some, what was it? I think it was an intercessor, an ultramarine intercessor that I primed with Chaos Black. And when I looked at it, it felt like it fell into a deep fryer or something. It looked horrible. The definition of horrible, terrible. It's actually really nice getting into miniature painting again, because I was really absent for a long time doing other stuff. I mean, work has been quite the effort lately. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of projects to finalize. I feel like if I do too much on Instagram, I get burned out pretty fast. It's just this loop of sharing, resharing all day. It's I appreciate it so much. Like it's not like I don't value it, but it gets me out of my mental focus for painting, and all of a sudden I'm just bothered by taking care of everything going on there. Yeah, I think streaming is a little bit of both. It's more real time. It's less delayed. It's like real time interaction, and I enjoy that. You mean like doing Instagram being stressful? I mean, it's yeah, I get you. Um, for me, it's like I'm a very tunnel vision type of guy. You know, if I do one thing, I do one thing. But doing like two or three different things at the same time is really hard for me. So if I focus on painting, I'm like really focused on it. And it's really hard for me to then post something and react, and it seems like a first world problem, but for my mental it's hard for me. I'm really good at just doing Instagram all day, but then uh, I don't paint as much. And when I paint a lot, it's hard for me to keep track of everything what's going on there. I'm more the kind of guy that just paints, posts it, and says that's what I did, and then I keep painting. But I think that's kind of a talent as well, you know, being good with all this organizing kind of things. I mean, I can do it too, but I'm best when I can just tunnel vision. That's my strength, I guess. This hyper focus. I think the leather's quite okay. Now it's coming all together. Almost done with the part of leather that we can do today. And after I've done his white sheet there, his white kilt, or what it is, and the metal parts, then we can do the rest of the letter and finish it. I don't want to do too much here because next time I'm gonna paint all the other stuff and then I'm gonna mess it up anyways. We're like, I get very interested in one thing at a time, but struggle to be good at more than one thing at a time. If I'm painting, I'm forgetting to eat properly. If I'm eating and exercise a lot, I'm not longer painting. Dude, we're very similar in that manner. I'm the same way. I'm really good hyper focusing on something and excel at it. But once you give me multiple things to juggle, I trip over myself. You know, sometimes it's beneficial, and sometimes you wish you would be the guy that has no problem, like talking to people, posting something, reacting to something, organizing. You know, it's really hard for me. And then we're back at the point you always want to have what you don't have, I guess. So maybe we should embrace what we're good at and just be that tunnel guy. But yeah, it was always, it's not like it's something that developed, it was me. Back in the day, my parents would ask me to stop daydreaming and stuff, you know. I was always a dreamy kid that would get distracted really fast in school and all this kind of stuff. But when I was painting or just maybe playing games or whatever I did, I would be super focused. But then I would say to my parents, a lot of my daydreams came true, so maybe I did the right thing. No, you're not the only one. I think we're in good company here. But speaking of that topic, I think it's a good point to look for another stream to rate maybe, just to be nice and to connect a little bit with the community. Oh, conditions. I think it's character traits actually. At least I would describe myself as a person that just is that way. Conditions play a role always, but no matter in what conditions I am, I always tend to these, or lean to these tendencies rather. Let's see. It's funny that I'm logged into Streamlabs, but I can't type into chat inside Streamlabs. It says, please register. What the hell? Let's see. Who is online? Give me a sec. Let's see here. I'm so bad at this stuff, guys. I have to think about this more, how to do this stuff. Who is online? Anybody painting some Warhammer? Got some Gundams. Get some other stuff. Where are my Warhammer guys? Oh yeah, there's somebody doing a huge World Eater commission. Why not? Watch this guy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're another crazy guy, Neumond. I know. And I think we all fit together pretty nicely here. A lot of maniacs in the same place. Guys, let me change the thing here. I want to thank all of you for chilling with me today. We got some stuff done. We finished the bandages. We kind of finished the leather as well. I think the skin is okay too, even though there's some room to improvement. But I think it's decent. So what are we going to do next? I think next stream we're gonna try to get all the metal finished. We're gonna go for his little coat here, his front coat. Please tell me what it's called. We're gonna go for the little goblin, his little assistant on his backpack. The big metal claw. We have liquids, a lot of syringes, a lot of blood effects, a lot of gore and splatter effects to do. So I think it will be an exciting warm-up model that we can do some cool stuff. And my friend who I'm gonna gift it to, I think he's gonna like it. He's gonna have a smile on his face when I give it to him, and that's all that counts. So everybody, I appreciate you so much for tuning in. I hope I see you next time. Like I said, maybe I'm gonna be on tomorrow a little bit later, but I think it's gonna be the day after because I have a visitor and yeah, I'm gonna chill a little bit. Otherwise, take care. Have a great evening. I love you guys. Thanks for being with me. See you soon. I'm gonna raid somebody, so if you want to keep watching some Warhammer, I have something in store for you. Some nice looking models there. Otherwise, just have a great night.